The reason why you are stuck in life is because you have low standards. We are not the highest version of ourselves that we can imagine, right? We are not our potential, but we are the lowest versions of ourselves that we can accept. So our bare minimum, right? Think of it like this. A bare minimum that you may have, at least the one that I have, right, is that I brush my teeth, right? That is something like if you didn't brush your teeth at night, you'd be disgusted, like, ew, yuck, right? That is just something you can't tolerate. Or maybe punching a random baby in the street. That is something that you cannot tolerate. And so the standards for every other area of your life, whether it be your health, your wealth, your relationships, it is the same, right? That version of you, or whatever area of life that you are in, right? Where you are with that area in life is because of your standards, right? So if you have low standards for whatever that may be, then you're gonna have low results. And so I really want to hammer that in because it's something that took me a long time to learn. I've always wondered, like, why am I not making 10K a month? Why am I not successful yet? Like, why? And it's not because I'm dumb, right? It's not because I have a lot of potential. It's not because I work super hard. But it's because there are moments in time when I'm just a lazy mud effer, right? Just super lazy. There are times when I don't post every day. There are times when I don't do outbound every day. There are times when I don't follow up every single day, right? And so whatever standards that you have for yourself, that is the reality that you are going to live in, right? You could be getting in a phenomenal workout for a day, maybe even a week, maybe even a month. But if you don't consistently do it for a year, how can you expect to have a phenomenal body? Right? And so the same works for your wealth. If you aren't, at least for me, this is in terms of me, right? Because I'm an online coach. If I'm not posting every single day, if I'm not outreaching every single day, then how do I expect to get results, right? And so this is where I want to talk about minimums. Like, what is your standard? Like, what is the standard that you have set for yourself where if you do not hit your standard, right? And if you breach your standard, so if you go below it, then you are disgusted, right? So what does that have to be, right? So for me, a standard that I have for myself is I have to post at least once a day on both Instagram and LinkedIn. If I do not do that, I look at myself disgusted, right? Number 2 is that I have to do follow-ups for my leads and also outbound messages. I also have to connect with people on LinkedIn at least 28 per day. And I also have to do Instagram, like, follows. And so those are my bare minimums. And I know that if I do this consistently, I will achieve success. And of course, I'm gonna have to raise the standards. But where you are in life is just a result of your standards, your health, right? If your standard is to, like, the bare minimum, if your bare minimum is eating Cheetos and eating Taco Bell and drinking soda, then look at your body. That's what it's going to be the result of, right? That's just the harsh truth. If, for example, your finances, if the bare minimum, if your standard is not getting into $5,000 of debt, then that's where you'll be, right? It kind of fluctuates like this, right? You might have a super high where you're like going to the gym every single day, right? You can imagine like an oscillation, so like kind of like a graph like this. And so if you're at the bottom here and you go up here, right, you're doing phenomenally, but then at some point you're gonna go back down. So whatever that down is, wherever that kind of like bottom is, that is what your reality will be. Right? So we always want to raise our standards, not our peaks. We don't want to raise our potential. We want to raise our standards, right? Because if you just raise your peak, if I go to the gym and sweat super hard and do it really, really well, all it means, if I have low standards, is that I'm just gonna come tumbling and crashing and burning down, right? So it's something that I've learned, and I think it's really helped me, where it's like I have to have I just have to create standards for myself that if I don't meet, I just feel so disgusted with myself, right? So and if those standards are aligned with my goal, then it is inevitable that I will reach that goal. I know this video is very abstract, but I really hope this helps. Like, if you are not where you want to be in life, this is why. It's because your standards, they aren't what is required of you to become successful, to be where you are in life. So that's pretty much it for today. Oh, another great example of this, right, is that today I've been up since 4 a.m., okay? And I was training clients all day, and I was working all day. And then and at the very end of the day, so like 5:30 p.m., I was exhausted. I didn't eat anything. I just had a honey haze from Phil's coffee, right? That's all I had. No food, like literally no food, like not even a chip, right? And I still went to the freaking gym, even though my body was screaming no, even though it was spitting at me, kicking at me, telling me like, Peter, what are you doing? Go to sleep, man. Like, go home. Like, you deserve it. You deserve to rest. What are you doing? Why are you going to the gym? But it's because it was a standard, right? Going to the gym at least 4 times a week, that is my standard. If I don't hit it, I get disgusted with myself. Like, it's just unfathomable, right? It's like kicking your mom. That is unfathomable. And so your standards have to be the same exact way, where it's like you just can't even imagine doing that. You can't imagine breaching your standards, right? So that is the secret to success, to be honest. Just having higher standards for yourself. If you want to know what my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful schedule looks like, this is what it looks like. I'm still working on tomorrow's, but that's what my days have been for this week so far. Let me take a closer look. But I'm excited, right? I'm excited. I posted at least once today on Instagram and LinkedIn. I sent 28 manual requests. The outbound, I'm gonna batch it tomorrow. So the rule for outbound for me is I cannot miss more than 2 days. So I didn't do today's like outbound initiation. I did do my follows, but not the outbound initiation, just because I wasn't I wasn't in like a quiet space, or it wasn't a good time, because you're supposed to do it at the same time. Anyway, that's an excuse I have to work on too. See, like even I still have like these limiting beliefs. But what else did I do? I trained a client. I trained a brand new client. Oh my gosh, that client is wonderful. She is wonderful, super successful. She invited me to hop into her Maserati and go to the park, so we could work out there. And then she drove me afterwards to her $3 million property that she just sold. Beautiful, gorgeous, and she is just such a lovely, kind soul. Really helped out a homeless person just because she felt bad, like financially, and wants to get her back up on her feet, like crazy stuff. I booked the call today, and it wasn't using any script. It was literally just like me being a human. It was using like a small script, but it was just me being human, right? And then I went to the gym, got Chipotle, created my content for LinkedIn and Instagram, and then I just spent the whole day moving out. And so even though I moved out, I've been moving out this entire time, and I'm tired, I'm exhausted, right? I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. I'm probably gonna get like 3, maybe 2 hours of sleep tonight. But even then, I still post on Instagram. I'm still doing outreach. I'm still booking calls, right? So where you are in life really are your standards. I'm proud. I'm be honest. I'm proud of myself, because past Peter would have been like, oh, shit, man, like it's late. I'm just gonna go to sleep. But no, this Peter, this version of myself, this what is it, 1.15? This version of myself is like, hey, lock the F in, bro. Lock the F in. It doesn't matter what excuses your brain is trying to give you. That's your old self trying to convince your new self to stop. It's trying to kill your new self. But no, we want to squash that old self by putting ourselves in so much pain, because pain is growth. You cannot achieve growth without pain. Okay, I know I'm going on a little tangent, but these are just a lot of things that are just going on through my mind right now. I'm excited, guys. This is going to be a fun and epic journey. And if you're here with me right now, if you comment down below, you will be considered an OG. I don't know what I'll do with that in the future, but I'll remember you. So consider yourself maybe lucky. But that's pretty much it for today. I hope you guys have a beautiful evening. I have to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow again. But the thing is, I know that if I can just get through today, I will be able to last the weekend, because I can literally sleep in the weekend. So I'm very excited about that. So that's it for today. Just remember, this is the most important part of this video. Hey, listen, all right? The reason why you are where you're at is because you have low standards. The reason why you are where you are in life is because you have low standards. The reason why you aren't where you want to be is because you have low standards. So raise the bare minimum standard up. Raise it up. And you will also see you go up and elevate as well. But that's pretty much it today. That's PLOG V1.15. Plug out. Peace out. Peace.